Right now we are going to watch this music video. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to butcher it. But anyways, my homie Anthony Ray recommended me to see this one because apparently it's a very impressive music video and a good song, so let's go.
Ta về ta tắm mau ta dù trong dù đục áo nhà vẫn hơn tình quê son sắt keo sơn gương đồng gió nổi cây dám đời trời.
Mời bà con về Bắc Ninh em chơi nào.
Bắc Ninh vốn trong chữ tình, nón quay thao em đợi sân đỉnh, mấy anh ai quay đâu như cúng đỉnh, mà các dân chơi gọi là Bắc BLING.
Tấm lòng son sắt tăng ngân nga cao quan họ này, chào mừng về miền đất bên nước và con đò, tình hoa không thể nào mất. Chất là local, sẽ soạn áo thề khăn xếp, anh em cùng lên đồ, let's go.
Lướt trên sông như là lướt trên mây.
Okay, so maybe we should rewind a bit. So at the start of this video, so you see a lot of red over here, which adds some nice color contrast. Like you have these red outfits, the pink, and then the tree standing here on the left.
Ta về ta tắm mau ta.
These are obviously drone shots, you can tell. Like the quality is a bit less, and just the way it moves, I mean, you can tell it's a drone shot.
Dù trong dù đục áo nhà vẫn hơn tình quê son sắt.
I really like this shot, like a pretty close-up one, and then with the pink things hanging from her head, like opening them up slightly. That's a pretty nice effect.
Keo sơn gương đồng gió nổi cây dám đời trời.
Mời bà con về Bắc Ninh em chơi nào.
Oh, those were like, were they two transitions? Okay, so this is the first transition, like the embers from the fire. Okay, going into the door and opening the door. I'm just wondering if it's a real door or if it's done with VFX, but I think it's a real door given the location, but I'm not sure.
Bắc Ninh
That was pretty cool.
vốn trong chữ tình, nón quay thao em đợi sân đỉnh, mấy anh ai quay đâu như cúng đỉnh, mà các dân chơi gọi là Bắc BLING.
Tấm lòng son sắt tăng ngân nga cao quan họ này, chào.
I really like the lighting of this scene. Like there's a lot of contrast going on. They're showing a lot of colors. There is like nice parts that are actually properly lit and other parts that are being kept more dark, like more shadows. And that's something that you always want in filmmaking, like having a nice contrasty scene. At least that's my personal preference, because if you don't have contrast in the scene, then everything is going to look flat and boring.
Mừng về miền đất bên nước và con đò, tình hoa không thể nào mất. Chất là local, sẽ soạn áo thề khăn xếp, anh em cùng lên đồ, let's go.
Lướt trên sông như
Nice swipe transition.
là lướt trên mây, ngước bên sang giờ này ngước bên tây, miếng trầu này em đã ướp thêm say, mang lời hứa trao duyên như bao hẹn ước đêm nay.
Đêm trăng rằm mội.
Okay, so over here that was obviously some VFX and some green screen work. Over here as well, because obviously he can't glide on the river like that.
Như là lướt trên mây, ngước bên đông sang giờ này ngước bên tây, miếng trầu này em đã ướp.
So I'm not the best at VFX stuff, and I've never worked with a green screen before, but basically he does all these kind of movements in front of the green screen, and then they're able to like put him in front of this background, like by editing and stuff like that.
Thêm say mang lời hứa trao duyên như bao hẹn ước đêm nay.
Đêm trăng rằm mội lim, biết em đâu.
Here you can also tell like he looks kind of huge like here, and his whole appearance and stuff like that, it just kind of seems off. But it's pretty funny in a way.
Mà tìm cho thương em đâu thể ngồi im, cầm khăn làm tin.
Sáng như đêm trăng rằm mội đêm, biết em đâu mà tìm, hãy chót thương em đâu thể ngồi im, cầm khăn đi ai làm tin.
Ăn một miếng trầu, ăn một miếng trầu, ăn vào cho đỏ, môi mình môi ta. Ăn một chiếc cầu bao lời chưa ngỏ duyên mình duyên ta mời anh về Bắc Ninh em chơi thăm lễ hội nô nức đông vui quanh năm qua đền Bà Chúa cầu lộc cầu tài sang rằm tháng 8 ung dung chơi trăng đôi thuyền rẽ sóng trên sông như nguyệt bao sử sách địa linh nhân kiệt tam phủ trốn bồng lai linh thiêng nương nhờ cửa thánh con xin cúi đầu người ấy.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit.
Ăn một miếng trưa.
This was a very pleasing shot in my opinion, with a very slow pan going to the front and like the curtains opening. That was pretty nice.
Ăn một miếng trưa.
I actually really like this entire set because there's a lot of red going on in here, and then the like supporting characters wearing black, and she's the only one like wearing the full colored outfit. I really like that because it really puts the emphasis on her. I'm not sure if it's some kind of cultural thing. Maybe it's just that and not something that they wanted to implement for the music video, but I'm just saying things that I'm noticing. I actually really like this shot over here. Like, it's a close-up and her teeth are black, probably because she ate something. But I don't know, I just really like this shot because it really shows the emotions and the character, and it's nicely lit. The colors are great. I also like the background a lot, so
Duyên mình duyên ta mời anh về Bắc Ninh em chơi thăm lễ hội nô nức đông vui quanh năm qua đền Bà Chúa cầu lộc cầu tài sang rằm tháng 8 ung dung chơi trăng đôi thuyền rẽ sóng trên sông như nguyệt bao sử sách địa linh nhân kiệt tam phủ trốn bồng lai linh thiêng nương nhờ.
these are some very nice match cuts. Like, in order to do this, you have to shoot with the same lens, like the same focal length, and then you have to make sure that the person you're shooting is framed up in the exact same way in all the shots, and then you can have these nice, simple match cuts.
Thánh con xin cúi đầu người ơi người ơi đừng về để em ngày đêm ngóng trông anh không anh khắp bốn bề anh có thương thì qua cho anh đừng hứa đừng thề về đây Bắc Ninh cùng em thắm nồng tình quê.
So in all of these shots, she's always like center framed, composed in the center, and those are very pleasing shots to cut from, because otherwise it might look a bit jarring, you know?
Ăn một miếng trưa.
This is a nice shot. I always like when you see shots of movies or TV shows or music videos. I do this myself a lot, to like shoot through something, because it adds a lot of depth to your image. Because if they wouldn't have been doing this, yeah, it would just look a bit more flat overall. And you obviously don't always want to do this, but whenever you can implement a shot like this, then it's definitely recommended.
Ăn một miếng trưa ăn vào cho đỏ
Nice shot.
môi mình môi ta ăn một miếng trưa bằng một chiếc cầu bao lời chưa ngỏ duyên mình duyên ta mời anh về Bắc Ninh em chơi thăm lễ hội nô nức đông vui quanh năm qua đền Bà Chúa cầu lộc cầu tài sang rằm tháng 8 ung dung chơi trăng đôi thuyền rẽ sóng trên sông như nguyệt bao sử sách địa linh nhân kiệt tam phủ trốn bồng lai linh thiêng nương nhờ cửa thánh con xin cúi đầu người ơi đừng về để em ngày đêm ngóng trông anh không anh khắp bốn bề anh có thương thì qua cho anh đừng hứa đừng thề về đây Bắc Ninh cùng em thắm nồng tình quê.
Okay, so that was pretty cool. It's actually pretty funny. Like, in the photography community, like one of the first things that you try when you have a camera is to buy steel wool, put it on fire, and then you get those sparks like you saw over here in the back. There you go. And if you then shoot with a slow shutter speed, you get these like cool round circles in your photos, and that's a lot of photographers do when they just start out. I actually haven't done this, not sure why, because it's a pretty cool effect, but it's actually funny that I saw it right here. And I also, in general, really like shots where there are like multiple people doing the same kind of thing. And here you can also see that she's wearing a different outfit, so she stands out from the background. It's a pretty cool scene. And that moon you see in the back right there is probably with VFX. I don't think it was there at that exact spot at that exact time. It could be, but I doubt it. Because usually when you want to have those kind of circumstances, the weather isn't working with you. Okay, did you see that right there? So while they were going forward, they were zooming out with the lens. And that's a very common effect in the movie industry. Drone shot. Ah, that's cool. That's very cool. Okay, so I liked the music video. There were a couple of cool parts in there, a couple of cool shots, but respectfully, I didn't really like this song that much. Maybe it's because we're not used to these in our cultures, but I can get why people would like it. I think there were definitely some funny parts in there, but yeah, it was a good watch. Let me know in the comments down below which one you would like to see me do next. Calm out. Peace.